See, in your software engineering, most of the topics related to your exam point of view we have completed. Right now, move to the question discussion part. So, 20 questions today you have to read. I made 20 questions basically based on your syllabus, right? So, write down first questions. Write down first question. Define program and software product. Write down. Define program and software product, sorry, program and software product. That means what does mean by program and what does mean by software product. If you write the definition, then you can see the distinguish between the program and software product. Then first write down the define program and software product, and you write the 4 5 points about the program, and also you can write the 4 5 points about the software product. Then you can distinguish the two topic, right? Otherwise maybe question will come, what are the differences between program and software product. So that's why you have to write the 4 points about the program, then next move to the another 4 or 5 points about the software product, right? Then you can write the any questions will come from the maybe definition or maybe the distinguish, maybe the characteristics of program, maybe the characteristics of the software you can write, right? So first question you have written. Rajasmita, Rajasmita,
Sir.
uh, you have written.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Write down then. Briefly explain. Briefly explain. Briefly explain. Briefly explain. Briefly explain SDLC. Briefly explain SDLC. SDLC full form is, Samya, tell me what is the full form of the SDLC? Kuldeep, Subhrajit, Subhrajit,
Yes, sir. Hello.
what is the full form of the SDLC?
Sir, hello.
SDLC.
SDLC.
SDLC. Okay, write down. Then briefly explain SDLC. Briefly explain SDLC. Briefly explain SDLC. Briefly explain SDLC. First bit, bit 1 or A point. A point, classical waterfall model. A point, classical waterfall model. Second one, classical waterfall model. Second one, iterative waterfall model. Iterative waterfall model. Second one, iterative waterfall model. And third one is your spiral model. Third one is your spiral model, right? So basically in your, listen, if you don't know, you try, you come regularly, right? Regularity makes or gives the confidence. Where you have to get the confidence, you crack the exam, you give the interview. Where? Because you get the confidence, you get the knowledge from regularity. You study regular, one small part. If you don't know today, that is why. Still whole software engineering cover, I asked you one very important question to all of you. Even last I have asked to Subhrajit, he or don't know what is the abbreviate form of SDLC. This is a very sadness. Which way I can explain? Okay, forget. So see, if you don't know, it's okay. Those students are failing are 30%. I like those students because he or she is regularity. Your regularity makes the perfect. Regularity makes the perfect to you. Who will help you for the study? Everyone listening or not? Subrasri,
Sir.
yesterday, there was one faculty development program that is conducted by central government. I was also a member. Listen, yesterday. That's why last 2:30 or 3:10 I have pinged a message to you because first period I was involved in your faculty development program in central wise. You remember uh, 20, 20 minutes I explored the answer. First I explored the answer. Everyone ignore my answer. Ignore. No, 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 no. This. You are mixing the concept. And last, I have request to you all of you in Central Valley globally that is conducted yesterday. That's why yesterday I was sent a message to later in second half. So conducted first half 10, 11, sorry, 11, 22, I think 12, 12, 10. I was involved that program, faculty development program. One big question they have to arise in machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, and one Java. I involved in Java. That's why. One argument question that is public static. Still we are discussing. You don't think that this is only for the student. Public static void main string. I have explained 20 minutes in faculty development program in Central was conducted yesterday. Right? Most of the faculty members came from the Odisha Engineering College, like your C.V. Raman, Nilanchal, Gita Guru. I involved. I asked to one question to all of you. Tell me what is the purpose of the main method, public static void main. Main is user defined or that is user such is not there. I think very important session I am telling. Public static void main string. I asked to all the members. Tell me, main method is a predefined method or user-defined method? Everyone is asking, no, no, sir, it is user-defined method. No, it is what sorry. If it is user-defined method, then you show the program or execute the result by using the capital M. There is a question. Everyone, surprised yesterday and asked to me which college you are involved. No, sir, I actually in Aryan. I registered EIT. So that's why I told, sir, I involved in DJ group. So that's basically in EIT computer science. Right? They kept my mobile number also, some of the faculty members. When I comment passed to, they demand, sir, please give the mobile number. I passed my one mobile number. Right? That is Geo mobile number I passed because it is official number. So I passed. Main method MAIN. I explained all faculty members. They are still came the NIT. They are listened. What does mean by M? Well, sir, this concept where you have to get. Sir, actually, I learned 2 years Java in Hyderabad, basically. So very well explained, and all members are yesterday were very happy. Right? So you collect the knowledge every time, everywhere. If you go to hotel, if you go to park, if you go to swimming place, if you go to canteen, if you go to travel place, everywhere in buses, you go to market for the purchase the vegetables. Even you get the some knowledge from every field. That's why you make the confident. If you don't know English, don't know Hindi, or if you have a basic knowledge, if you have a deep knowledge, you will be number one in this world or in country, right? So focus on your study. Your basic parameter is study. Without study, who will tell you you are Subrajit or Jasmita Kuldeep? Who will tell you? They are mad person. If you have a knowledge, then they will ask you. They will take chair for you, take lunch. You, sir, give a one suggestion to me. which way I have to complete this task. So you keep the knowledge, right? So basically, you think most of the faculty members 58, 60, my age 29 approximate, even I involved, and they have to surprise to me Saturday. Only for man method I have to explain, except machine learning, deep learning. One example I have given also, well, which purpose you have to explaining the machine learning. I real one example I have given for the my grandfather example. Suppose my father has he had taken a one small picture for my grandfather. That time he's expired right now. So that old figure in a sorry old image, if I will convert to the HD image, then how to? Because machine learning technique or technology I have to adopt. I explain in study also, right? Samya,
Yes, sir.
that's why you listening or not.
Yes, sir.
So every time you read is your job, your career will make you, right? Read. If you don't understand, it's okay. But you reading, one day will come. Definitely everyone salute you, right? So see SDLC. So briefly explain about the SDLC even in your first surprise test in your offline class. I had given you one question for the SDLC. Your in your whole syllabus, one only 5 days is required to complete the software engineering. One later when I complete first, then I will tell you five what are the five chapters. If you basic knowledge you have, then you go to the interview, right? Or for the higher study. First, I know SDLC is a good chapter in your SC software engineering. Basically, listen carefully. I am all papers, computer system architecture, Java, computer security, DBMS, all these part wise are there. Because in higher study, you have to 30%, 40% rest part you have to study. But in your software engineering, if you purchase one book, Rajiv Mall or any book from the market, and you match your content, what are the content in your syllabus match 100% content, they are BTech. In BTech career they are study. Even you are in your engineering background, you are reading or writing, because after complete your final year you move to the software. They are also BTech students, they have to move to the software. What he or she will be do, same thing you have to do. That's why software engineering is constant for the your and BTech or MTech. Everywhere you have to see same topic, same content. There is no you have little some 30% course, 40%. This category not there, because software engineering is software engineering. Without project knowledge, without testing, you will not make the product. That's why overall syllabus. You see your syllabus compare with MTech same, BTech same, MCA same, BCA same. Because after complete, no, sorry, when you crack the interview, then move to the IT company. In IT company, there is no you came from this background, she came from this background, you design this part. No. So that's why overall ideas you have to again just do it. Hello. हाँ. କ୍ଲାସରେ ଅଛି, ତୁମେ ଲେଖିକି ଦେବ 100 ଦିଅ ସବୁ। ଠିକ। ଆଉ ସିଦ୍ଧାର୍ଥ ସାର୍ କୁ କଲ୍ କର, କଲ୍ କରିକି ଯାହା ଡାଉଟ୍ ଇଏ ଅଛି ପଚାର, ନହେଲେ ମୋତେ କଲ୍ କରିବ, କ୍ଲାସରେ ଅଛି। Sorry, SDLC, software development life cycle. Software development life cycle depicts the how to make the software, what are the requirements, what are the analysis, or testing, phasing, all those parts, all those phases or all those parts are there in your SDLC. So in SDLC gives the depicts idea about the how to design the overall software. But different models provided by the SDLC through you can adopt particular model to develop your product or software or project. One is classical waterfall model and iterative waterfall model, and last one is spiral model. Out of three, two questions definitely 5 plus 5, otherwise 6 plus 6 from the SDLC. What does mean by SDLC? What are the models? Explain briefly your classical waterfall model or iterative model or spiral. Out of three you have to do two questions, right? So your in SDLC three you have to prepare for the end exam. One is spiral, no, sorry, classical waterfall model, iterative waterfall model, and last one is spiral model. What does mean by classical? What are the phases? Write down some 4 or 5 points or define the one phase and with the diagram, right? Then it's stopping. Sumya,
Yes, sir.
what does mean by stopping? Many times I explained in your classroom.
The program.
Write down. Define stopping. Define stopping. Define STAFFING stopping. Define stopping. STAFFING stopping. Next. Briefly explain project estimation techniques. Briefly explain project estimation techniques. Briefly explain project estimation techniques. Project estimation techniques. Briefly explain project estimation techniques. Project estimation techniques. Subrasri, you are writing or not?
Yes, sir.
Write down. So write down your briefly explain estimation, project estimation techniques. Project estimation techniques, listen, 1 or 2 lines. Everyone listening or not? Rajesh Mehta?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See, project estimation techniques mean, suppose Rajasmita, she is very interested to make a one software project related to her business, any business. So, how do I know that how many manpower is required, and for the total timing to develop the project, and how to calculate the cost estimation or total budget of the project. So different techniques provided to the software engineers, they can make their product by using different techniques to estimate the budget. These are the jobs or tasks will do by the project manager. Or project manager, basically he or she very well known the techniques, and those techniques he or she very well known, and apply those techniques to sort out the budget cost. They can easily, if you see the see the content, some basic techniques tools are there. Some parameters pass, some arguments or parameters pass to the tools, and tools, your software tools will tell you total budget of the this project 20 crores, this project 10 lakhs, this project some 50 lakhs, right? So who will, how to, you can guess this product is 50%, I will make If after made your project, suppose you have made, then you have tender, you have taken tender, suppose 20 lakh. Then after you have to complete the software project, or you made the software make the software product, then you total budget you have to find out the or total budget, then you see the 30 lakh. Then who will bear 10 lakhs extra? So that's why some software tools are there. Using software tools, project manager easily can get the total budget, because when software different techniques are there or tools are there, some according to your project, some parameters you have to insert to the particular tools or software. Then software will tell you this project budget is maybe 20 lakh. Then you will get the suppose total expenditure 10 lakhs or your benefits plus 10 lakhs, right? So that's why project estimation techniques, different techniques are there, but one technique you have, that is COCOMO model. Write down, define COCOMO model. Different techniques are there, heuristic technique, COCOMO model technique. So I think COCOMO model is your very, very important. So write down, define COCOMO model.
Sir, spelling.
COCOMO, COCOMO model, very, very important. MTech, BTech, diploma, MCA, everywhere you see COCOMO model is a one good estimation technique or best estimation technique, right? So next, how many questions, Samyo, you have written?
5.
5. Okay, thank you. Next, briefly, define SRS. Define SRS. Define DEFINE. Define SRS. Define SRS. Define SRS. Define SRS. And what are the characteristics of SRS? Long question. Define SRS and what are the characteristics of SRS? Software requirement specification. SRS means software requirement specification. Written. Software requirement specification. Software requirement specification. Subrasri, written?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Rajasmita?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Subrajit?
Yes, sir.
See, in SRS, listen, in software requirement specifications, software requirement specification. Suppose if you for the study, for the if you want to suppose play a big game, then your requirement is purchasing one mobile. First you see the requirement, which purpose you have to which purpose you have to purchase the product, right? So suppose your gaming purpose, then your RAM also will be increased, your size, you will purchase the RAM size, definitely capacity of RAM is more because you are playing the game, online game, etc. So that's why first you see the requirement. If you suppose my requirement was I have mobile, right? I have my mobile, right? So tab is my requirement is I am from outside, right? Outsider. I'm from Jharkhand. So my requirement is battery backup is required. So for the talking my family, say mom, dad, whatever. So I purchase you one mobile. First I see the for the everywhere tower is available. So charge is more. That's which purpose I have to purchase. These are the requirement. Suppose I purchase for the some I will design the code or software product. then I have to see the software product. So these are the requirement or these are the specification. Using this specification, I can make the product. So RAM size may be 8 GB or 1 terabyte, 1 PB like this. So first of all, you have to see the requirement. So what are the requirement specifications you have? So requirement specifications, how do you have to collect? From where you have to collect the requirement specification? There are two terms. One is requirement gathering and second one is analysis. Requirement gather, first you have to analysis. I will make a one building. So before make a one building, I purchase a one land property. Area should be this much and first floor this one. My requirement is 2 bedroom, one temple space, two toilets, one kitchen, one temple or puja ghar like this. So your requirement you have to first fix. So how do you fix your requirement? You have to collect the information. From where you have to collect the information? You have to analysis. Where you have to start the analysis? You see the rest of the project or rest of the world's project that is already made. So someone is reading more. He cracked the NIT. So definitely I adopt the some features or characteristics from the Somio, right? So Somio, what are the parameters Somio? So I also copy the parameters from the Somio, so I can also crack the UPSC exam. So that's why you take the parameters from oldest. Some of the project related this project you have done or from net or different books or your expert persons, you get the knowledge, right? So get the knowledge means your requirement, you are gathering the requirement, you collect the requirement. So this is my sorry, bag is this, my water bottle is requirement for the going to college or school. So dress is clean, so my pen should be we have, or books, pens, notebooks, or your watch, your shoe, your dresses, all those things you have. You have to collect the information for going to the college or school. First gather the information. Gather the information from where you have to gather the information? You have to analysis. And you have to see the some students. Oh, this is a very well student. He is going or she is going to college. What are the things he kept? A bag, water bottle, umbrella, this dress, and hairstyle is this, and all these things you have to see. Then you collect the oldest, or you by seeing or by reading or by writing, you have to collect the information based on your project. Then you start the making the project or develop the product, right? So see, requirement gathering and analysis. Write down defined define requirement gathering and analysis. Define requirement analysis and gathering. Sorry, requirement gathering and analysis. Define requirement gathering, GATHERING, requirement gathering, GATHERING, and analysis, ANALYSIS. Right? Last you write, last question, and many questions are there, but 7 question or 8 today, and next class onwards you have to write rest of the questions. Techniques, what are the techniques for representing complexing logic? What are the techniques for representing complexing logic? Complexing logic. What are the techniques for representing complexing logic? Or complex logic you can write, or complexing logic. Anything you have to write. Techniques for representing complex logic or complexing logic. Right?
Complexing out
Now, complexing logic or complex logic, same thing. Techniques for representing complex or complexing logic. That means for the complex logic, means you cannot develop the methods or specific, you cannot implement the specific task. In this case, what are the techniques you have to adopt? Suppose I am giving an example to you. Suppose there is a big problem or complex problem. So how to sort out the complex problem by using different techniques? So what are the techniques? Different complex logic, maybe you cannot develop the some very difficult or some complex logic. So how do you have to implement? Suppose one robot. Human cannot go to the fire. Suppose a big fire is high heat is generating, so human cannot go. So in sun, you think scientists they are moving made the some robots, or by using artificial intelligence they are sending by to the sun. If you crack you fire mane speed or fire of the high mane capacity heat is generated by sun, nobody can go to the sun's nearest, so robot can go. So this is a complex logic. Who will measure the heat, total measurement of heat generated by the sun? Which robot or rocket will go? Then fire will be fired, right? So that's why some specific purpose they have to design the sun robots. So robots can measure the heat of the sun. So like this, some complex logic. Suppose there is a big pond or big river are there. So how to move without flight? How to move for around the pond? So some the basic logic. So right now you see one different one technology come to the market. So human can fly. Human can fly. Some oxygen cylinder are there backside. Some fire are there in round figures fire like in your pipelining. So around there and balancing the body and human can fly. Right? So some complex logic, how to they have to sort out the complex logic, what are the techniques? So like this, some of the complex things will come, maybe you are developing developing code, but maybe before complete the project, some complex logic are there. How do you sort out the complex logic? Software engineers, some given the some techniques, software engineer given some complex logic techniques, you can adopt those techniques to sort out the or solve the complex things here you have to face in your project when you are developing the project, right? So this is a your techniques for representing complexing logic. Last question you have to write, what is a good software design? 50% question almost you have written, rest 50% next class you have to write. What is a good software design? What is a good software design? Right? You see, you are a student, you are not reading, writing. This is my one notebook. Today I have written. See, I am reading, writing, but you are not. 22 questions I have written, 20. So today, right now, 9, I have started for the writing 9 a.m. to complete the 9:36 or 40. So I am reading for you, but your job is reading. You are not reading, you are not coming, all those things. So okay, Samya, and today this much. Next class onwards, we have to rest part we have to see. And most of the classes you tell me, software engineering completed, and your what are the subject till now completed? Samya? Subrajit?
Yes, sir.
Software engineering completed, and rest? Mobile computing?
Nice, sir.
ओके जस्ट वेट हाँ सर हाँ जस्ट मुझे सारी दूसरी आ 2 मिनट रे तापरे ये करी चेक करी जस्ट मु कहूँ आपन को हाँ हाँ ठीक है सॉरी mobile your subjects are software engineering, mobile computing, IWT.
Yes, sir.
Then
Sir, entrepreneur.
oh yes say yes and MST our core paper computer science ES na EM and ST Subrasri Subrajit
Yes, sir.
software engineering, mobile computing, IWT, and who is taking your ES?
Yes.
EM and ST?
Say
Smriti madam,
entrepreneur say subject है
Smriti madam ना?
आगे sir.
So IWT completed?
नहीं sir IW to complete है ही नहीं कल तो क्लास
MC?
चलती ला सर करते
MC?
नहीं
Then EM and ST?
सर तार तो सर मु क्लास जहाँ जति की है क्लास सर क्लास रे है ऑनलाइन किसी क्लास है नहीं
Okay okay खाली only software engineering completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay thank you bye.